What's poppin', y'all? It seems like the long-standing friendship between Adin Ross and SNEAKO, two people who have suffered bans and then come back, is now at a crossroads. And this all started with a reaction that Adin Ross was making to SNEAKO and one of now his worst enemies.
You need to watch this.
SNEAKO in the cut corner. Check this out. Check this out.
You need to watch this. You have to watch this. Don't look away.
Serious hat on. Serious hat on? You need to watch this cry.
Wait, are they actually like beefing?
This crying will make you say having borders.
And for all the people that are saying Iran does worse, this we can't ally with the. Listen.
SNEAKO moved to Iran.
No way.
Nah, dude, he's weird. Nah.
The fake cry is actually.
Dude, all right. Here's the thing about the world that's so fucked up. There's so much worse going on in other places in the world that nobody really sheds light on. And I know you guys are saying the Jew, of course, is trying to. Nah, dude, it is fucked up what's going on in you know, in the Middle East and stuff. But there's other places in the world where there's other fucked up happening, and nobody speaks about that. Nobody. You got NBA players that will do 20-year deals with all these big corporations in China, where it's just children making merch and shoes all day. Nobody speaks about that. So my point is, this moral, like, high ground thing, there's so much up shit happening in the world already as it is, and people don't want to speak about the many issues. I'm not saying SNEAKO or Nick don't at all, by the way. My point I'm trying to make is, the people that are, like, protesting with trade flags and Palestine flags, saying, like, oh, they care about Palestine, they don't give doing it for attention. People that actually like take time and research and donate about Palestine and actually take there and they actually do like their actual, you know, what they need to do, that's different, right? People, there's a difference in the world. Everyone's entitled. People need to understand that, like, to make an actual difference, you need to make an actual difference.
So this was on July 2nd, and a lot of people seemingly, like, they're looking at SNEAKO, they're like, yo, is this guy trying to be an actor right now? They're looking at him try to shed a tear, and Adin Ross just laughs. He finds this entertaining, and he keeps it pushing. However, the next day, keep in mind it's the World Cup, so SNEAKO has been going to many different games and celebrating. He decides to put out a clip that, well, his Clippers decide to put out a clip, and also his enemy Clippers decide to put out a clip that a lot of people had a reaction to, including Adin Ross.
Take me! Oh no! Oh no! This is the Islamic Republic of New Yorkistan. Islam will be in every household. Inshallah, the whole world is Muslim.
Man, no, hell no. What the? And I have no disrespect towards any religion, but bro, come on, bro. Not every household, bro. There's Christians, there's Jews, there's Hindus.
So that's Adin Ross reacting to this. This was on July 3rd that this clip came out. And then Adin Ross would go even further to explain why he had the reaction that he did.
Okay? And having a Christian-based society is way better than having a non-religious society. I would rather people have morals and people, you know, repent their sins. And I'd rather have that. So that's where I stand. You are clueless? Well, then everyone else is clueless. Because guess what? There's a big issue we have in this world. And this, look how many cameras there are on the screen. It's not hard. If you don't like America, get the fuck out. Nobody's forcing you to be here. It's a very, very hard country to get into to begin with. So get the fuck out. If you don't like it here, leave. Don't make it harder for people that... American haters, don't come to America and make America worse for people that love America. That's it. All right? And yes, the Jews saying that. The Jews saying that. Yes, I am. Tomorrow is July 4th. And I will celebrate July 4th like I do every year. And everyone else in this chat's going to do it too. Light some fireworks, be with your friends and family, and have a great time, and realize that we're American. All right? And that's that.
Up until this point, nothing was said from SNEAKO's perspective, and Adin Ross would even elaborate and let everybody know that he's not coming at SNEAKO in any negative type of way.
Bro, it just sucks because I know SNEAKO's heart and he's a good person, but bro, he's going out so bad, bro. No religion should ever force someone to join, you know what I mean? But I feel like he has to, bro. He's so deep in this rabbit hole, he has to just do it, you know? I always have love for him, bro. He's clip farming. I just think he's just going in that rabbit hole. As a Muslim, he's trolling. Okay, so you actually think he's trolling? I kind of do too, honestly. I mean, like, dude, he's just very deep in, you know? But guys, you guys got to understand something. Like, I would say America as a country is what a Christian country. Well, it was at one point, correct? Can we all agree? So, who are people to come in this is a Jew saying this. Who are people to come in and you know, we respect religions, but I just think like someone saying something like America, it needs to be all Islam, and just I don't know, dude. Like, listen, like, it's just, dude, I have great Muslim people in my life that I love, and I have great Christian people in my life that I love. If you want to just do their own shit, let them do their own shit. Religion's beautiful, bro. How's that retarded? There's not one religion in the world. There's multiple. But just respect every religion. You're not wrong if you don't believe in Christianity. You're not wrong if you're a Muslim. You're not wrong if you don't believe in Islam and you're a Christian. Right? Just everyone needs to just let everyone respect and do their own.
So here, Adin Ross just seems to be giving, you know, a balanced take, kumbaya, like everybody just get along. Can't we all just get along, guys? But then SNEAKO would come back at him.
Bro, it just sucks because I know SNEAKO's heart and he's a good person, but bro, he's going out so bad, bro. No religion should ever force someone to join, you know what I mean? But I feel like he has to, bro. He's so deep in this rabbit hole, he has to just do it, you know?
No, I believe in my religion and I want people to come to the truth. Adin, I brought you to the mosque for the same reason I said what you're getting upset about now. He's trying to appeal to the white nationalists, but look, Adin, the reason I brought you to the masjid is inshallah you become Muslim too. It gets rid of all the things that are destroying America right now. Gambling, porn, feminism. This will fix these problems. It will even protect the demographics, but they don't actually care. Every Christian will say the same thing. Every knee will bow. Every tongue confess. When I say something similar, they all get upset. It's not going out bad. It's saying what's true.
I always have love for him, bro. He's clip farming. I just think he's just going in that rabbit hole, you know? I would say America as a country is what a Christian country. Well, it was at one point, correct?
No, it wasn't. It was always a country that's secular. It's a country with freedom of religion. George Washington had a lot of things negative to say about the church. George Washington and other founding fathers were Freemasons. Look at the document, the Treaty of Tripoli in 1797. John Adams said, America's not a Christian nation. They specified that this place, this country, is for all. This country has freedom of religion. They made sure to declare that this country is secular and people can practice their faith. John Adams, the founding father, in 1797, in the document Treaty of Tripoli, even wrote out that this country too is for the Mohammedans, the Muslims. They don't know what they're talking about.
Can we all agree? So,
also, Adin, aren't you going to get away from politics? He said he wasn't going to speak about politics anymore.
Who are people to come in and this is a Jew saying this. Who are people to come in and you know, we respect religions, but I just think like
I was born here. This 1.3% of the American population is Muslim.
Someone saying something like America, it needs to be all Islam, and just I don't know, dude. Like, listen, like, it's just, dude, I have great Muslim people in my life that I love, and I have great Christian people in my life that I love. If you want to just do their own shit, let them do their own shit. Religion's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, I didn't say I was going to force anybody to do anything. Do they know what inshallah means?
In all fairness to SNEAKO, like Christianity is I don't know if it's like the most proselytizing, but if you talk about going to other countries, you have Mormons that it's part of their duty to go to a 2-year mission, and their intention is to bring people of this other country to their religion, to Mormonism. So proselytizing is a thing that's very common in Christianity as well as Islam. So the whole like Adin Ross trying to pretend like, oh, you know, like just let everybody do their own thing. Yeah, that's all well and good. But the thing is, both of these people of these faiths, they believe like, hey, look, I'm saved. It's like, yo, Jesus will save you, right? It's like, I'm trying to save the person. So the intention in their mind is, well, if I know that this person is going to suffer without the truth that I believe that I have, then it's my duty to make sure to try my best to bring them to it. That's what Mormons believe. That's what not everybody, but that's what a lot of people that are proselytizing believe. However, it's at this point where things take a bit of a turn from SNEAKO's end.
He wasn't there. He wasn't around you when you were canceled. He wasn't around you to lift you up when you were depressed from gambling. He wasn't there when, you know, you were getting alienated and blackballed. I was there. I opened up a charity and nobody spoke about it. Nobody amplified it. Nobody helped it. For Lent and Ramadan, we raised $200,000. I showed you the proof. I did it twice, in 24 and 26. None of my streamer friends, nobody else talked about it. Not one. Nobody. You know who had proof that I actually gave the water to the people that I said I was going to give water to? Me. How much money was raised for that Mr. Beast charity?
It's like, damn, you're already going for the jugular here. Like, yo, you remember when you were down bad? You remember when, you know, like you didn't donate to my charity. You did this thing with Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast for clout. They did break a world record, to be fair. And this is the thing, too. It's not like Adin Ross has been taken up for Mr. Beast. Adin Ross has called out Mr. Beast. And he's been the most vocal person to call him out. He's like, yo, I don't care if Mr. Beast's team keep hitting me up. I'm going to talk about what I believe is true. So in all fairness to Adin Ross, he wasn't ducking anything with Mr. Beast. And then SNEAKO takes aim at what Adin Ross was saying about the type of society that he would like to live in.
And I said this many times and I'll say it again. Out of all of the religions, and this is a Jew saying this, out of all the religions, I would rather a Christian-based society. And that's what I believe in. And
Yeah, in Christian-based society, you would not be able to promote gambling on stream. Adin, it's so... Like, respectfully, man, I can like people and just call out the BS. You would not be able to gamble every single day on stream. Gambling is a sin in Christianity.
and because it would literally ground and humble and moralize people to having actual self-love and love with other people and none of this separation bullshit. And I'm saying that.
So convert to Christianity. If you believe that it's the truth and it's good, why are you still a Jew?
And that's all it is. It's not left or right. It's just what I believe, right? It's not blue or red. It's just what I believe.
So you believe in Christianity and you believe it's good and you're not a Christian?
Okay? And having a Christian-based society is way better than having a non-religious society.
He literally made all of his money gambling. Like, his entire empire is built off of what is forbidden in Christianity. What are we talking about, bro? Like, people are, yeah, base, dude. The reason that the camera is zoomed in like this is because he's promoting gambling while saying this. Bro,
And in all fairness to SNEAKO, he's got a point here. Like, if somebody's saying, yeah, you know, this thing is so great and I'd love to live in a society where it's surrounded by this and all that, well, then why aren't you a part of it? You know, it's like saying, you know, like I would love to live in a city where everybody's healthy and everybody's eating healthy and everybody works out consistently and all of the other things that come with that. And there's nothing but healthy food, but you're living in that society and you're eating garbage and you don't work out and you don't do anything of that nature. You got to look at the person and say, what the hell is going on here? Like, what's up with that? And in all fairness, SNEAKO's got a good point here. And that's also the point that was levied by Adin Ross, which is like, hey, you know, like if you believe that your religion needs to be in this country, how about you just go to a country, which you have the means to do, where your religion is already dominant? And I think both of these guys, they just want to be honest. And well, Adin Ross, I would say, is like a little bit more honest in that he's like, yeah, I love America and I love the way that it is and I'm just going to stay here. Versus SNEAKO, where he's like, yeah, you know, like everything will change, but I don't want to go to a place, even though I have the means to, where everything is already the way I want it to be. And in all fairness to the whole like gambling thing, like China has a ban on gambling. Like a lot of Asian countries have a ban on gambling, and they're atheistic societies. There's not like a main religion, definitely not a main Abrahamic religion, which is why a lot of people end up going to Macau to gamble. But in large part, like, yeah, gambling is illegal. It's not allowed, and people do it under the table. And then Adin Ross issues, I wouldn't call it a bounty. He issues a grand prize winning to SNEAKO.
He wasn't there. He wasn't around you when you were canceled. He wasn't around you to lift you up when you were depressed from gambling. He wasn't there when, you know, you were getting alienated and blackballed. I was there. I opened up a charity and nobody spoke about it. Nobody amplified it. Nobody helped it. For letting Rob...
SNEAKO, if you move to Iran or if you move to one of those countries, bro, I swear to God, I'll donate. Please move, bro. Move. Show us how good it is over there. Go move to Afghanistan. You said they're welcoming. Oh, just please, bro. Holy SNEAKO, holy. No, I'm not weird. No, he wants to change America and make it like Afghanistan. So tell him to go to Afghanistan and show us how it's done. Come on. Dude, I don't know what the is going on lately. I don't want to talk about politics and none of that shit, bro. Like, you guys, we got to be consistent here, bro, with everything going on in the world. We can't talk about one thing and not talk about everything else. I told you guys this. He needs to talk about how Saudi Arabia, an Islam country, is also funding a genocide. We need to talk about all other things. There's many things going on in the world. There's not only one thing. I don't like how there's only one thing that everyone only talks about. No, there's multiple things going on. Multiple things going on. That's what we need to speak about. And I talk about that. We need to talk about that. That's it. Talk about how many people are getting murdered and raped Europe. Talk about other statistics that are literally proven.
So Adin Ross has got a great point here. He's like, I don't know how much of a bag he's handing out. I don't know how difficult it is. It would probably be very difficult for a SNEAKO to move to Iran, just because I think it's so difficult now for people that even want to be tourists. Because I know at one point, like a year or two ago, they had implemented this thing where if you're an American citizen, or it used to be if you were just an American citizen, but now I think it applies to any tourist, that you need like a government like tourist guide to walk around with you everywhere. Whereas prior to that, you could just walk around and explore the country. Now, like if SNEAKO goes and lives in any of these countries, his career, this is the funny thing about it, his career dies. Because he does a lot of IRL streaming, stuff on the street. You can't be going to Afghanistan and then just filming everybody. And you got to make sure not to film women. There's like a bunch of rules. He's got to stop his stream midstream. When he hears a call to prayer, go and pray. Like these are fun things that he goes in and dips his toe in. It's kind of like, I don't want to make that comparison. But he just goes there, gets the content, and comes back. Like this is also why, like, even other countries, like people in the UK, people in Ireland, people largely, even in like Western countries, like more secular countries, if they make content like SNEAKO does, they all want to come to the US. Even Canadians want to come to the US because the content is in the US. This is the entertainment capital. I mean, like, look at all the characters that we've got. And then Adin Ross reacts to one of SNEAKO's most virally clipped stream in a positive way, right? Like people were trying to frame him negatively for like the World Cup streams and things like that. But this one, a lot of people just got a good laugh out of.
I'm just being honest. I mean,
this is my favorite SNEAKO stream in a very long. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I love Alex Jones. He's so funny. I'll be honest. Like, if you close your eyes and just listen to the way he talks, that alone will have you laughing. He's so funny.
No, you're not. You're being rhetorical.
What do you want me to tell you? I'm your friend, like the Quran says, and then stab you in the back? Turka, turka.
Dude, he's so funny, bro.
I'm not being mean to the Muslims. It's fun. Hey, how about I become a Shiite with you, and we take swords and cut our heads, and for 8 hours I just march you like,
that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Or I could be a megachurch Christian with Kenneth Copeland.
And no, listen, I love Muslims, I love Christians, but all you people that say, oh, it's not funny. Dude, you don't hear me actually complain and say it's not funny with Jew jokes. It's funny, I laugh. Shut the up. If you could dish it, you could take it, okay? I hear SNEAKO rip Jews and oh, come on, bro, like, we just take it, bro. Who gives a whatever, bro? But whenever I say some come on.
Drinking my blood. I could be with Erica Kirk shooting fireworks off my and twerking. You want me to do that?
See,
you want
like,
me to drink
that's
blood with
funny.
Kenneth Copeland on a stage, fly around with like Louboutin
no, I mean,
shoes?
I get it. You got sects of Islam that are crazier than others, just like you got Christians, with rattlesnakes.
Yeah, so don't use the small minority to demonize 2 billion people.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weasel from Connecticut, the mighty, the amazing, all-powerful, sneaky SNEAKO. It comes from Abraham, who you were the bad son. You are the bad Islami. Bad, bad, bad. Abraham say, you are not the chosen. No good, sneaky. You are cursed, sneaky.
Dude,
you are wear nightgown and marry cousin.
What the
Hi, sneaky. I love you.
Hey,
I'll
stop
see you tomorrow.
white kids. No more huh?
I agree.
No more.
For it.
Leave Blair White alone. Leave that young boy, Blair White alone.
King of the snakes, sneaky
Leave Blair White alone.
His name is a sneaky.
Yo, who's got the clip where he's like, you're gonna get one?
You sneaky SNEAKO snake. All right, we love you, sneaky.
See you tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum.
Bye. Assalamu alaikum.
Dude, what the
So here, Adin Ross is just laughing. In all fairness, like he says, he's like, yo, I find Alex Jones entertaining. And this is where, like, when you're getting into a debate with Alex Jones, the guy's he's just trying to make jokes. He's grand. He's loud. And SNEAKO is trying to make point. That's the thing. Like, when SNEAKO debates people, he's too ill-informed for the really well-informed people. And then he's not as entertaining, loud, and clownish for the people like an Alex Jones. So really, his best bet is just to avoid debating people in general. But I don't know. It makes for good content, I guess. And that is his job. But then SNEAKO decides to up the ante again, and he would tweet out, "Stay in your lane," at Adin Ross. I mean, this is Adin Ross's lane. Adin Ross is just reacting to stuff before he gets into his segment where, I don't know, he spins slots, does sport bets, or whatever. This isn't out of the ordinary for what Adin Ross has been doing for God knows how long. And he says, I'd make you look as dumb as Steiny if you confronted me directly. I will die before I let you turn my country into a casino. And this is the thing, man. Like, he's constantly talked about this casino thing since Adin Ross first got the deal. And Adin Ross got the deal. I think he was talking about like, nah, Kick is funded as a gambling platform. And it initially was. That's the seed invest. Like, this Kick makes $0. And they're paying out hundreds of millions of dollars. Where's that money coming from? It's coming from the casino. They're funding it. It's like when Amazon, right? Like Twitch is making no money, but Amazon keeps pumping money into it. And SNEAKO is on that platform, despite saying that like, nah, Kick is just a gambling platform, which it's not. It's definitely not right now. And most of these other categories, like it's killing it for IRL. Like almost Disney Channel, if you want like Disney Channel kids content, that's what Twitch is for, or gaming. And then for everything else, it's basically Kick at this point, just because it's a little bit lax. But SNEAKO's on Kick, he's streaming on Kick, and he's making money from Kick, but he's talking about like Adin Ross is trying to turn everything. Adin Ross is just trying to get his own bag and keep it pushing. The guy barely even streams, but he's trying to make it combative because I guess this makes for good content. But I think it's like, yo, if that's your man's and you were down for him while he was down and out, like trying to do this publicly, it's like, yo, what the hell's going on? And he would go on to reply underneath him and say, tell this small hat wearing individual, when he refunds all the kids he got addicted to gambling, I will move to a cave in Islamabad. Islamabad is, I believe that's in Pakistan, isn't it? So we've got Pakistan, we've got Afghanistan, we've got, and what's the other one? Iran. So is that like the 3 different choices that he's got to make between? And I think this is grimy. This is grimy from SNEAKO's behalf. Adin Ross is just like, yo, you're complaining about here, and just like leave. And you have the means. Like, people will criticize others and say like, yo, you know, a lot of people will complain about here, but they don't have the means. They can barely make it here. SNEAKO has said live he's a multi-millionaire with multiple properties. SNEAKO could live wherever it is that he wants, wherever his heart desires. And I think like coming at Adin Ross like this, I don't know why people call me an Adin Ross defender. It's just like, it's really hilarious. I almost want to lean into it a little bit, but he's making decent points. It's just a simple point, which everyone else is making too. But now SNEAKO's taking aim at Adin Ross. And I think it's not that he finds him an easy target. It's just like, yo, if this was your man's, what's the deal now? I don't think Adin Ross is going to take this seriously. I think he's going to laugh it off. And this is just it's like another chapter of the story that is SNEAKO's content career, which is like you see these peaks, these troughs. It's almost like he's Ye in a sense where he's got to destroy everything when he's got like great public PR and all of that. And then he's got to build it back up, and then he's got to do it again. Like he constantly, like you can see somebody, if somebody's constantly in controversial headlines, you're like, all right, this person likes controversy. And that's one thing that's been consistent despite any belief that he's had for God knows how long he's been putting out content. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Was Adin Ross going too far on SNEAKO, or did SNEAKO slime out Adin Ross? Listen, you let me know. But I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.